getting started on a new Raptor, the 2017 boy. And I had to get with the best, baby. I had to get with 5R Trucks to help me out on that. They're gonna get me right. Called them up, TJ and the squad. It's gonna be legendary. Truck straight out of Jurassic Park, the new Jurassic Park. You know, 5-star all the way around. I'm totally blown away again by 5R Trucks, the fam over there. So it's been super dope.
On this episode of The Lifted Life, Denver Bronco and Super Bowl 50 MVP Von Miller huddles with Jake and TJ to plan an ambitious build on his 2017 Raptor. Client Gary Mayfield storms into 5R with a 2017 GMC Duramax diesel, and his bold build is sure to make other Denali owners green with envy. With the clock ticking down, the 5R crew is looking for back-to-back victories this week on The Lifted Life. .5R is never short on ambition or execution when it comes to building the most spectacular trucks for their customers. And in any business, a returning client is a good sign that you're doing things right.
So we got a phone call from the Super Bowl 50 MVP Von Miller. We built some trucks in the past for him, and he loves his trucks. This year, he's buying a brand new 2017 Raptor. He's pretty excited about this build. He kind of wants to tie it in with his other Raptor he's got, but change it up a little bit. So I'm pretty excited. He wants us to come by his house, talk about the build. I can't wait to see what he's got in store for this truck.
Yo,
what's up,
guys?
man? How are you, buddy? Yeah.
Chilling on it.
Good to see you, man.
Sir.
What's up, buddy?
What's up, big dog? You good, man?
We already liked the shirt, dude. Looking good.
Yeah. You know I got a rep for the home team.
So,
That's right.
looking at this one and then looking at that one, we got to figure out, you know what I mean? Because I want to build a suspension like that, but I think going with, you know, doing like a similar height and then doing Fox shocks on it, and then we'll get some one-offs built. You know what I mean? I want to make this thing completely usable, just like this thing.
Yeah.
You know, so I've got some really awesome brand new Fox shocks that they're just coming out with. They're just building them on another one that we're doing. They're building it literally for this truck.
Okay.
So
For
we'll do that.
the new Raptor right here?
New one, yep.
Specifically for it. Like, they're changing the whole thing. So it's going to be all new Foxes, dude. It's
We've got one in
over
Vegas
the
right
top.
now. They're mocking all the suspension up on a brand
and so
new
we
one
could
in Vegas
do
right now.
pretty much take that suspension and put it on this. And
Sick.
they're already building one for us on one of our personal Raptors that we have out there. Is there a color that you like, or do you want to just do the whole thing just
Black.
all
Black,
black?
yeah.
Okay.
That'd be sweet.
Murder it out.
Yeah. Okay. So we can do that, and then, you know, the wheels already they're just all black. We'll just do the American Force all black wheel, just like what we talked about on the phone.
Cool.
You know, do it that way, and then, you know, that cool chase rack. You know,
I
up
haven't
top.
seen that. I haven't seen that
No,
before. I
it
saw
hasn't.
that.
Sweet.
You're getting their, because they literally just released it, so you're getting their prototype model. So you're getting the fresh. They haven't even had it on a truck yet.
But they have like a board that matches the.
Yeah.
the-
So
the,
ADD makes
the
a board
roof rack.
that matches the whole same thing. And I'm
The
gonna
bumpers,
do.
everything.
There's this really cool powder coat that we just did on a brand new Super Duty, and it's called Wrinkle Black. So it's like
It's kind of like this, but
it's almost like a textured black, dude. And it looks super cool. And I was gonna just match everything that way.
because everything else is going to be gloss. We're going to do all this gloss, but we'll two-tone it with the flat textured black
Okay.
And it
on
looks-
the other stuff.
Sick.
It looks because it's like a glossy texture look, you know.
Cool.
I think it looks tough to me.
It has like the ADD on it in the back end.
Yep.
Okay.
It'll be. I mean, it's just like this stuff. So it's marked up with all the EDD stuff, and then we only use obviously rigid lights. But the rigid lights I have going on are crazy. They're all midnight series, so they're all look murdered out.
Cool.
They're black.
That's going on
already.
here.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
called the Murdered. It's called the Midnight Series.
So everything will already be black.
The housing's black and everything. It's cool. It looks black at night, so it's cool.
Dope.
So we're gonna go through and do. We're doing an upgraded intercooler, the programmer, the intake, the exhaust, the whole deal. Now, this is a V6, so it's a different sound.
Will it run like this one though?
Oh yeah, we can build this EcoBoost to run just as good. I mean, these almost stock are outrunning these trucks. So from what we do to it, it'll make it, and they sound really good. I mean, it's got bigger black tips on the back.
It'll have the same. They came out the same. It'll
they
be
sound-
bigger black tip.
They sound really cool. Like they have what's called like a blow-off valve when they do the whole intercooler setup.
Yeah.
So it sounds really cool. Like when you let off, it has a.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it sounds.
I
Really
mean,
cool.
this V6 right here. I mean, it's a V6, but it still sounds
It
pretty
runs
cool.
pretty good.
Yeah, you get
Yeah.
used to it after a while.
It gets deep as you get into it. You
yeah,
know.
you get used to it after a while.
So I'll work on that suspension part, and then I'll get with you.
How big are the tires that we got on there?
These are 37s, so I mean that's what we'll run on this one too. And I just want to make sure this truck being so new, like you're gonna have the freshest of the fresh stuff, because I mean they literally just got these trucks out.
Dope.
So I know that we're already working with Fox, which is good, so we can get our hands on that stuff.
What about the height? We gonna go with another, like, just make his brother over here?
I mean, do you
Another
want
4?
it? Do you like it this height, just like that?
Yeah, I like it at 4 inches.
Okay.
But I mean, like, y'all the truck guys. So
Yeah.
Is 4 inches good?
It'll be
or-
right between, it's between a 2 and a 4 inch kit.
Okay.
You know, sometimes the guys like the Raptors kind of low and stocky. That way, when you do go, run it across dirt roads and stuff, it's not as tall. You know what I mean? So you actually
So
have
you'll
it
feel
better
it
off
like
road.
floating.
Yeah. Von Miller, getting started on the new Raptor, the 2017 boy. And I had to get with the best, baby. I had to get with 5R Trucks to help me out on that. They gonna get me right. Called them up. TJ and the squad. It's gonna be legendary.
On a previous episode of The Lifted Life, Von Miller and 5R Trucks collaborated on a radical Raptor build for the Denver Broncos namesake charity, Von's Vision. The 600 horsepower supercharged desert racer was built as a joint project by 5R and their friends and colleagues in the aftermarket high performance truck business. The charity truck was wrapped in a one-of-a-kind number 58 design and auctioned off at the SEMA show, with proceeds going to the Linebackers Foundation for Children's Vision and Eye Care.
We did the giveaway truck with him, and I think he got super excited about the work that we did on it. We got the call as soon as he got the truck. We went and picked it up at his house. He's kind of given us free reins on this. He kind of gave me an overall look on what he wanted on it, but for the most part, we get to do kind of whatever we want.
So Gary Mayfield, great customer of ours. We've done a couple trucks for him in the past. He came in, he wants us to build another truck. He owns a Surf Pro franchise here in town. They deal a lot with disasters, tornadoes, floods, that kind of stuff. So with Gary being out on these disaster sites, this needs to be an awesome truck.
I'm Gary with Surf Pro. This is the third truck of mine that 5R has worked on, and I came in with my new 2017 Denali, kind of handed them the keys and said, do your thing to it. I'm really excited to see what it's going to look like. Not sure exactly what they're going to do, but I'm pretty excited. I feel like a little kid in a candy store on what they're going to do. I've seen a lot of their rigs they've done, and I think they're going to do a pretty awesome job here for me.
Hi, I'm Todd Lindblade from Truck Hero. We're a family of brands dedicated to making pickup trucks better. We manufacture incredible covers and aftermarket accessories for truck owners. Today we're here at 5R Trucks in Golden, Colorado. They're going to be installing a backflip truck bed cover. I'm going to give them a hand installing the MX-4. We're going to get right to work.
Perfect timing.
Hey man, how are you?
Good, how are you, man? Good to see you.
Thanks for having me out.
Absolutely, man.
So we're getting ready to put this truck bed cover on your project vehicle.
Perfect. Yeah, I mean, Gary just said he wanted a nice, hard, low profile folding cover. So, I mean, the back MX-4, man, we do them all the time. So I said that's our go-to.
Yeah, flush mount, low profile cover, very easy to use. He'll be able to fold it up all the way against the back glass if he needs fold bed access.
Cool.
Won't cover the third brake light. It's got a great matte black finish, so it's going to
Awesome.
match the spray and liner that you guys have put in here, and the texture of the bed caps really well. So we'll get it going for you. We'll be done in probably about 10 minutes, man.
Oh, that's killer. Perfect, because I got to go do some stuff inside, and then I'll come back out and check on it. If you need anything, let me know.
In a little bit.
All right. See you, bud.
So with this cover, it's very easy. It's all bolt on, it's no drill. The side rails are very easy to install. You just need a 9/16 socket. You'll attach the cover to the side rails. Very, very easy. Right now we've got the side rails in place, drain tubes are routed. We're gonna drop the cover onto the frame, make sure our alignment's all square, and we should be good to drive away. So we've got the side rails installed, we've got the cover in place, we've attached it with the turnstile screws at the bottom. We've routed our drain tubes, attached our prop rods. We're gonna unfold it, make sure everything aligns just right, turn it over to TJ and roll it off the lot. We're good?
Dude,
all
look
done.
at this thing, it looks fantastic.
Doesn't it?
Man.
That matte black finish matches really
It is.
well.
It's like that wrinkle finish looks really nice.
I don't know if you noticed, but they updated their rear seal. Before
okay.
you had to shut the gate and then close the tonneau.
I do remember that.
Now you can do it either way. You can shut the gate first, shut the tonneau first. They've got a fin seal built in, made in the USA out in California by
That's
Backflip.
awesome, dude. That's great. Yeah, the cover just looks killer. I like how low profile it looks. I mean, yeah, and then these rails don't take up, dude, they don't take up any room. You don't even notice those ever.
Leaves the stake pockets open. I believe you can mount pretty much any other aftermarket accessory that's going into those stake pocket openings.
That's awesome.
But yeah, incredibly versatile, very durable, good looking. We're happy to have you guys use this.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. Appreciate you getting her put on there for me,
Yeah,
too.
let me know how you liked it,
All right,
man.
cool. All right, take care, buddy.
Take care, TJ.
So it's good to have Truck Hero out here, help us get the install done on the tonneau cover. One last thing off the list, so now it's time to get this thing up in the air and get it lifted.
Got a 2017 GMC Denali right here. Getting a Kelderman front and rear. I'm gonna go grab the kit, make sure we have all the parts before we get started on the truck.
Gary Mayfield works in his truck, and this Denali has to work for him. The Kelderman Air Ride suspension will automatically keep the truck level regardless of load, and a press of a button will lower the rear suspension up to 4 inches for easier loading and unloading through the tailgate. This sophisticated system utilizes multiple air tanks to smooth the ride, and of course, all powder coated in Gary's company colors.
So for this 2017 Denali, we have a front and rear Kelderman kit. It's a 2-inch over stock in the rear and a 4-inch over stock in the front. Here we've got the front cross members, the front knuckles, all the front diff drops and all the other little drops that we need for the front. Right here we've got the rear upper bag mounts, which is also the rear trailing arm mounts. These mount on the axle, these mount on the frame, the arms go between those. We've got a big air tank that's going to be the supply for it, for the whole system in the rear. The 2 smaller tanks, those are accumulator tanks, so when you hit a bump, the air actually moves around in those tanks and not inside the bag, gives you a little bit smoother ride. Got some little brackets over here to raise it 2 inches over stock in the rear. I think I'm going to start on the front. It's going to be easier. We can knock it out faster. We're going to start on the front. Once the front's done, we're going to move to the rear and then get the rear done with all the airbags and everything. I'm going to go get the wheels and tires pulled off and start going on this truck. now that we got all the brake calipers, the e-brake lines, all the ABS lines, and drive shaft out, all I need to do now is take off the U-bolts on both sides. This axle will come down on the jack stands. I can raise the truck up, but the axle is going to stay down here on the ground. So I got the axle torn out of the truck, got all the bump stops cut off of the axle, ground down, and got the axle painted. Next thing we need to do is pull the leaf springs out, cut the bump stops off, grind all that flush, and then after that we can finally start putting the new parts on.
I just got off the phone with Jared over at ADD. We're going to do some brand new products that they're coming out with for the Raptor. It's a new style headache rack and roof mount that he's making for him. Some brand new fresh bumpers that he just redesigned. So I'm pretty excited to put these on Vaughn's truck. And let alone, we've got Fox building some one-off shocks for us that they're going to put in production here in the next couple months. We're going to have the first set on Vaughn's truck.
TJ and Jake just brought me this brand new Raptor. It's being stripped and taking the bumpers off, the side steps off, tail lights, third brake light, and this tonneau cover. All right, let's get it naked. We're making good progress on this Raptor. We got the lights on and the racks on. Now we just got to get the suspension lift on. It should give us about 4 inches with some new knuckles and some shocks. We want 37s on this truck because it gives you better ground clearance. You get a fatter footprint in the sand and the dirt whenever you're off-roading so that you have more room underneath the truck so you can pass over things, and it looks really badass.
So Fox just got us these new 3.0 Foxes for Von Miller's truck, and these things are seriously the coolest Foxes I've ever seen. This is their new 3.0 coilover upgrade for the 17 Raptors. They've got a couple of these out on the road getting tested, but these are probably one of the first to hit the retail market. So we're super excited to get them on Von Miller's truck. So we can't wait to get these things on, paired up with the FabTech kit. Should be really cool.
We had piston-driven air compressors in the past. Ingersoll came in and put a screw compressor. What that does is that makes it a lot cleaner air, gives it a lot more volume. It's a variable speed compressor, so we have air when we need it. It's just not all at once.
I'm Eric Spengler, work for Ingersoll Rand, here today installing a new compressed air system for 5R trucks. We're installing a variable speed compressor, which is designed to save the customer money using less energy. The energy savings of this compressor, it's just like the throttle on your truck. You're going up the hill, you need more power to maintain your speed, you give it more gas. You're heading down the hill, you don't need as much gas, so you back off the throttle to maintain your speed. That's what this compressor does to save the customer electrical cost. Depending whether you're using one air tool or 10 air tools, it'll supply the air needed for what they need to do on their job. This is the heart of the variable speed drive. This component actually speeds up, slows down the electric motor instead of running at constant speed. That gives us the energy savings. This unit also has an air dryer. It takes the wet air from the compressor, dries it, goes into the storage tank here to give dry and compressed air for the customer. From there, we will be piping out into their other part of their building into a larger reservoir, which will give us more air storage so we can have multiple people running their air tools all at once rather than somebody having to wait while another person is using their tool.
It's time for truck trivia on The Lifted Life. Which famous business tycoon drove the same 1979 Ford F-150 to work every day until he died in 1992? Was it A, businessman and politician Nelson Rockefeller, B, Walmart founder Sam Walton, C, sports car maker Enzo Ferrari, or D, electronic data systems founder Ross Perot? The answer when we return. And now for the answer to truck trivia on The Lifted Life. Which famous business tycoon drove the same 1979 Ford F-150 to work every day until he died in 1992? The answer is B, Sam Walton, who reportedly once said, "What am I supposed to haul my dogs around in? A Rolls Royce?" For dings, dents, hail, and collision damage, Paintless Dent Repair is a critical resource for any automotive shop. Jeremy Taylor shows us how it works on Tinker Time.
So I'm Jeremy Taylor with 5R Trucks, and today on Tinker Time, brought to you by Dent Technologies, we've got the owner of Dent Technologies here, Mr. Jeremy Langton. Jeremy, thanks for coming on the program, man.
Good to see you, Jeremy.
So tell us about your company and what you do here. We've got a nice selection of tools. We want to hear about you here.
Well, we are an up-and-coming company that focuses on manufacturing innovative tools for the industry. We're well known for our blending hammers and the materials we bring with them. Titanium, PEEK, carbon fiber. This all comes along with building high-end tools. We want to make the tech's job a lot faster. We want to make the tools last longer, be lighter, and all the good stuff that comes with a quality tool. So yeah, now we have the capabilities of making the tools, and we have big plans on making basically everything.
Everything on the market, huh?
That's right.
Awesome. You know, with the way vehicles are designed nowadays, with the new methods of construction and the materials that we've got, we're kind of needing a company like you. So tell us how you manufacture all this stuff. How are you getting it out into the market?
Well, we manufacture it all in-house. We build everything ourselves. I design everything myself. We do have a worldwide distributor, which is Anson, so they get it out all over the world. But you're right, with the new vehicles coming out, a lot of people still have the same tools from 20 years ago, which do work fine, but there's got to be new bends, new shaves, new styles. The tools have to change with the cars, so that's what we focus on. I'm a tech myself, so I know about what we need and what we're looking for. So we just try to stay one step ahead of everybody else and come out with the coolest, nicest, highest quality stuff there is.
And with the way these few examples are, they are absolute works of art.
Yes.
Jeremy, I appreciate you coming on the show, telling us
Thank
about
you.
yourself,
No
and
problem.
we look forward to seeing what you got coming out in the future here.
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir.
So Gary Mayfield's truck's about halfway done. The wheels and tires are getting mounted. This thing's gonna turn out sweet.
Last night we got the upper airbag brackets on with the track bar mount, both sides. We got the lower airbag mounts. We've got some of the trailing arms in. We've got lower on this side, upper on this side, upper on the other side. I still got to put the other lower in on that side. Once we get those put in, we can actually attach the axle to the truck, get it all up in the air, jack up the axle a little bit, finish putting the sway bar on, the track bar, and then we can start mounting the air tanks and compressor and get this truck out of here. Got the airbags put in there. Now I'm gonna do the track bar. I'm gonna do all the running of the hoses. I got the leveling arms mounted. The biggest thing I still have to do is mount the compressor and the air tanks. That's a good looking exhaust. It's gonna look really good on the truck since it's black. Just a single tip, nothing too fancy, but it's gonna bring a lot of aesthetics to the back of the truck. It's gonna go really good with the black and the green. Everything's either black or green on the truck. So I think a single is gonna look really good on here. So here we have the Klein horns. We have a Kelderman air compressor with the dryer and a Kelderman air tank.
So this Denali is coming together awesome. Everything looks great on it. The backbone looks awesome. Wheels and tires. I mean, everything is just coming together perfect. Gary's super excited to get this truck back. The Serve Pro logo, that bright green, matches the suspension perfect.
What's going on?
Hey, what's up,
You
man?
have a truck for me.
Yeah, I think we got one out there waiting for you. They're just butting it up. I think just getting it cleaned up, ready to roll. So I mean, if you want to,
Very excited.
I can tell.
I feel like
must be excited.
I feel like a little kid in the store.
Christmas Day, right?
It's
All right,
Christmas
well,
Day for adults.
Yeah, we can go around the side. I think they're just getting it cleaned up, ready to roll. So
Okay.
let's get out there and go check it out.
Okay.
You excited to see this thing or what?
Very excited. Like you
It
have
turned out,
no
it turned out
idea.
really good. It's nice and simple. Looks really clean.
I'm like a little kid.
I know, right? That's how it gets. Like she said, getting you out of town, or you'd been bothering me every day.
Well, I was told not to come back.
Wanted it as a surprise.
That's right.
Well,
See,
bring it on around.
You
My
ready?
heart's pumping.
You ready? All right.
Bring it on around.
Bring it around.
Wow.
Pretty sweet, huh?
That's badass.
Like the black and chrome,
Oh.
everything went together just, I mean, the wheels turned out perfect.
Wow.
All right, dude. So, I mean, first things first, the Fusion up front turned out nice and slick. I didn't do one, they offer one with a pre-runner bar, but we decided just to just do nice and simple. Running the rigid radiances, obviously with the green backlit, match the suspension.
Right.
Retains all your factory sensors, which is nice. especially in these 16s. Those sensors actually help when you're in a parking lot and you're getting close. So it's nice that they retain it. They already have the holes ready to roll. So then we got Kelderman. It's their 4 to 6 inch kit. Super nice kit. I mean, it's going to ride good, drive good. It's smooth. Obviously, we have the awesome green suspension. Kind of put it over the top, match the ServPro logo. And then the wheels. I mean, I think the wheels kind of put this thing over the top with the gloss blackened machine that American Force did on it. It matches the whole Denali. I mean, the Denali's, you know, black and chrome Denali, you didn't want to bring it all out in it. So I think the wheels just dress up the whole thing. Because you can really make or break a build by the wheels.
Right.
So I think those were a perfect pick to go with on that.
That was my big thing, is I didn't want them sticking out real far, and
Sure.
these are perfect. It almost looks like a little bulldog.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
It's
and
just,
then, you know, the Nittos come in a 37-1250, so keeping that, you know, keeping it a little bit narrower, and then with whatever does hang off, the Bushwhacker flares do cover it.
right.
I mean, one of the coolest things that kind of tied this thing all together was the backbone. You know, we had them do the gloss black on their skull screen, do the gloss black and milled, so it matches the wheels perfectly. It matches the Bushwhackers perfectly. It's all gloss black and machined, so everything is perfectly matched.
Everything just flows.
Exactly. And there's not all these, you know, all these colors everywhere. Well, we got 3 colors on this build, you know, green, black, and chrome.
Right.
And so it went together super clean that way. Obviously, Fusion on the rear, nice and slick. Also got your sensors in the back. Dave's favorite thing is underneath there. You know, when people are making you mad when you're driving, you always got to have something to blast at them.
Holy!
Yeah, that's good on our ears there.
Wow!
So, obviously, pretty much every truck needs a swing case. So you got this in there, throw all your stuff back there. There's a ton of room in these little boxes. I mean, you've got all the little stuff you can put up here, all the big chains you can put down in here. It locks, it's secure, it's out of the way, and it rests underneath the back flip. This is one of their newest ones. You know, it's a tri-fold cover, all aluminum, powder-coated black. I mean, it's such a clean install. They actually came out here and threw this thing on for us from Truck Hero. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
I like these much better. I have the roll-up type, and they just seem to start falling apart.
Exactly.
And these will be a lot better. It makes things secure for me too.
Yep.
You know?
Well, then it's nice because, you know, when we hid the compressor and everything up in here, it's going to stay completely dry out of the weather. You know, nothing's ever going to get to that compressor, so it's just going to be super nice and clean back here.
It's beautiful.
And then, obviously, we have the MagnaFlow exhaust. We always do the all-black system. I think just here in Colorado, the all-black system just holds up better. It just looks better over time, the whole thing. And then, Dave, do you want to just pop the switch for us so we can show you the air ride? So this is ride height right now that we set this at. So as soon as you flip the dump valve switch, it drops right away. So if you're loading up, you know, hooking up to a trailer, putting stuff in the back, you know, all that kind of stuff, it's going to drop at least, you know, 4 to 6 inches down to help you do that.
So it basically drops almost down, or actually further down than what
pretty much
almost what factory is.
Exactly.
Right.
So, and then as soon as you flip the switch back, the thing automatically kicks in and it closes that dump valve, and then it automatically fills right up to ride height.
Right to where it's supposed to be. I don't have to adjust nothing.
Nope, and doesn't matter what you put back here. I don't care if you're standing on the tailgate or if you have a huge camper back here, it's always gonna sit at the same ride height.
Oh, okay.
So that's the nice thing about it. Whatever weight you have back there, the truck will always sit level.
It's awesome.
So, I mean, and then the last thing, obviously we gotta take some of that color and put it on the inside of the truck. And we've got the road wire leather.
Beautiful.
So that is, I just think, you know, the green, they killed it with the color. You know, I told her I wanted a monster green. I wanted something cool to match the suspension, and I don't think it could have got any closer.
No, that's a perfect match.
Yeah, and then with the diamond stitch, I had this in my truck, and I personally think that it is actually more comfortable than the stock seats.
Yeah.
So
actually feels a little softer.
exactly. So you got a little bit puffy here.
Right.
So I feel like it's a more comfortable seat. I think it's a softer leather, retains the air condition and the heated seat. So couldn't get any better than that.
Finished it up. It looks beautiful.
That's it, man. I love it. I appreciate you letting us do another truck.
Yep.
So now we've got 3 of them cruising around now. So I'm excited about it.
It's awesome.
All right.
Okay.
Well, she's all yours. Enjoy it.
Great.
All
Thanks
right,
very much,
cool.
guys.
All right.
Thanks.
Have a good one. We'll see you later.
Okay.
See you later.
Wow. This is fantastic.
It's time once again for Truck Trivia on The Lifted Life. In 2015, Von Miller was named Super Bowl 50 MVP. Who did the Denver Broncos defeat in that game? Was it A, the Carolina Panthers, B, the New York Giants, C, the Seattle Seahawks, or D, the Atlanta Falcons? The answer when we return. And now for the answer to Truck Trivia on The Lifted Life. In 2015, Von Miller was named Super Bowl 50 MVP. Who did the Denver Broncos defeat in that game? The answer is A, the Carolina Panthers. The Broncos prevailed 24-10 at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California.
This week, I think we have more on our plate than we did the whole summer. We've got a lot of stuff to do. We got to finish Von Miller's truck. A lot of stuff to do on that one. Got a lot of parts still coming in for Von's truck. Got to get it done.
So today we got this new shock from Fox, and it's a really awesome coilover shock that they recently came out with. And then also, since this shock is fully adjustable too, we also lowered it roughly 1 inch to 1.5 inches, which is going to help raise it up to give us the overall 4-inch lift. And then the reservoir comes and mounts all the way up here at the front of the frame and stays completely out of the way of the wheel.
We got 37 by 1250 Nitto Ridge grapplers going on these 20 by 10 American Force Rebels. It's gonna look killer on there.
All right, we're pretty much done here with the Raptor today. Got all the tires and all mounted up and the suspensions all back together and whatnot. Just have a couple small pieces to do. Got a couple of the body panels and the seats to tighten down, but we're getting pretty close to being done. It's feeling awesome.
So we just got Von Miller's truck done. It turned out great. Can't wait to get this to his house. Detailer's got this thing looking great. The guy's got it looking great. Let's get it to him.
Yo.
What's up?
What's up, brother?
How you doing, buddy?
You good?
Good to see you, man.
Chilling on it.
There she is.
Sick.
It turned out, dude, it's just, I think turned out perfect, man.
I'm blown away.
You know what I mean? We took all this off because it's all just that matte gray.
Yeah.
Took it all off, glossed it all out, even up on the hood, all right here. Went through
Oh,
the
this
whole
was
thing.
gray at first, huh? This
Yep.
was this with this inlet on top.
Yeah, it's like that gray, you know, that they put on the Raptors.
So these were all the same color. So we took everything off and just gloss blacked it all out. So you only have one color on the whole thing. We did leave, you know, the stripes up top here, kind of cool there. Then you've got 4-inch lift on it. So we did the 4-inch FabTech kit on it. Then you've got the first and one and only Foxes up front.
I'm looking at his heavy duty.
Oh, dude, those 3.0s are sweet. I mean, this is their newest design, the whole body, everything. They've changed the whole deal on the new 17. So you're one of the first ones to get it right there.
Sick.
And then we've got, of course, the ADD rack. That's their big chase rack up top.
I like the roof rack better than like just the
the
bed rack.
Exactly. Yep. I like how, you know what I mean, you chose to do that top rack. I think it kind of puts the whole thing over the top.
Kind of like a Halo truck or like Jurassic Park.
That's right.
Jurassic Park truck.
Then we did all rigid, like the Midnight series, so they're all blacked out. So those look cool.
I see that. Yeah, that's sick.
37 Nitto Ridge grapplers. Did some 20x10 American Forces.
The same 3.0s in the back too?
Yeah, dude. This is, I mean, you were literally the first one to have those on the back of the truck. Like they literally first came out.
So can I jump it?
You can do whatever you want with this thing.
It can like do jumps?
Yeah, you can mob this thing across fields and everything.
I'm talking about, can I like jump it?
Yes.
Like
Oh yeah, you can jump it. Absolutely.
Oh.
Yeah, you can take it off some sweet jumps for sure.
Sick.
You know, ADD rear stealth fighter bumper. You got your spare tire hanging up top. We put on a couple extra lights back there for you. So when you're back there, you know, like you said, when you're back there fishing, stuff like that, you can just flip those things on. You got a ton of light going towards the back.
I like the little compartments on top too.
Yeah, you can throw whatever you want up there.
Man, it's crazy.
And you got MagnaFlow all black exhaust on it. And then, I mean, pretty much, you know, we got the new side shooters on the side. Then we got the seats and the stereo, which I think turned out just killer. You know what I mean?
Man, the red seats, they really go with everything
just black
else.
and red. You know, black and red always goes good together. So the stereo's awesome, man. Full Rockford Fosgate, everything. I mean, you got tweeters, you got all new speaker doors, you got 210s underneath the seat.
These weren't here before?
Nope, these are all, so we put them all here. New speakers here, new tweeters here.
In the front too, or just in the front? In the
yeah, so they're actually hidden.
In the door.
Mm-hmm. So that's a 6x9 built in, so it's all, you know, behind here. Where this one, you can only fit so big a speaker here, so we run the tweeter out here. But it sounds killer.
Man, that's sick. It's got the 58 on
It's
there.
got the 58, got the Broncos on there.
The Bronco head.
Yeah.
Man, that's sick.
So you got Raptor on the side.
What size speaker are these?
So you got 210s underneath the seat, new Rockford Fosgate Slims.
Sick.
And it beats. Two-tone gloss black here to kind of tie it in here. We did all wrinkle black finish on everything, so everything matched that way. Give it that, you know, that hardcore look.
And the fifth wheel in the back.
That's right. And it's just, you know, it's just hanging there. That's the cool part about it.
Oh yeah, you still got full use of the bed.
Yep. So you can slide whatever you want underneath there. You know, whatever you're going to be getting into, you can get back there. And then, you know, Ford sets it up with some lights back here too that you can use. But
with the button.
Yeah, but I mean,
the button on that side.
These, it'll light. I mean,
you can angle those too.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want with them. So.
I'm blown away.
And you got lights all on the side, so you can blast everything off the side.
Sick.
Yeah, and I mean, driving it up here, man, this thing drives so smooth, just cruises right down the road. It runs good, drives good, sounds good.
I mean, I'm blown away again. It like literally looks like a truck straight out of Jurassic Park, the new Jurassic Park. I mean, you got suspension, you got the engine, you got the sound system, you got the paint job, just the lights. It's a, you know, 5-star all the way around. I'm totally blown away again by 5R Trucks, the fam over there. So it's been super dope.